Alright, welcome back. TJ here for Tampa Film Network, editing team, working on Good Friends, the short film. This is part 2 of the video. If you're in the first part, you saw that we ended by, had to go grab breakfast and need to render out the timeline. You'll now see on here that the timeline, all the footage is showing green. That means that we've rendered the clips, so everything should play smoothly. Okay, so basically, what I was saying before we left was there's a lot of work to be done still. It's in the early stages. We got to do assembly for each and every scene. And what we have going on here is we're just looking at the setting, the opening, the establishing shots that are available. And we don't necessarily need that music playing in the beginning, or it's not proper to decide that that's what we should be doing yet. Let's see here. So I think I'm just going to mute that for now. I'm running short on time, so I might have to cut this short, but let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so some of the things that have to be done is this was shot on multiple cameras, and the audio is separate, so there's going to need to be syncing done with whatever shots we choose. But we are going to go through and look at what shots start to work together. And you're looking for things like exposure, but also things like how different is the sound from the good sound, and do you have all the sound for each and every shot that you want? Because I know there were issues on the first day. Hang on one second. Let me get right up in the folder here. Where is that? Here we go. Editing package. So before assembly, there's the labeling and organizing of all the footage and the here we go. And this is just so that when we look in folders, if I'm looking in day one, whatever other editor is working on this is also looking at the same folder and looking at day one. And let me see here. Then we got our multiple camera angles. There's audio in this one too. Not a bad idea. Let's go ahead and go through Tristan shots. So 3 principal cameras. Tristan is camera A. A is pretty much the one that shoots the most. Camera B usually shooting the second most amount of footage, which is opposite to A because there's usually 2 characters in a room. And then C, you're wider, more objective, kind of down the middle. A lot of 50-50 shots, a lot of 2 shots, and then a 4th camera actually on this project. So there's Ninja Cam, which is just kind of going all over the place and just kind of getting shots that are not on the shot list, but shots that they see look cool. It's a pretty cool gig. I've done it a lot and I enjoy doing Ninja Cam because you just do whatever the fuck you want. Okay. So first thing we got to do with scene 1 is, like with every scene, establish the location. So these will be the wider shots, and I like this shot here. It's from a high angle. You can see a lot of the kitchen, and we go full screen. She's just at home doing her thing. I would even go wider. Now, look at this here though. Somebody's actually in this darn shot. See the camera moving? They're in a spot where it's kind of hidden, but it's like you can see it's clearly a camera that's moving. So that's a mistake that gets made sometimes, but this here is pretty darn. I can see how the mistake was made because if you're looking on your screen, the black might have faded in with the black here, and then maybe just didn't see that it creeped in or whatever, but this here is a pretty big mistake. So I either can't use this shot or I'm gonna need to, this is a pretty stationary position. So if I have a second shot where the camera is not on there, then I can take part of the shot and layer it on top of this. Suddenly this is gone and all I have to worry about is shadowing and we're good. Don't want to have to do that if I already have a wide shot though, so I'm just going to see if I have any. I'm going to look out just for the establishing shots as I'm going through the media browser here. This is all day one Tristan folder cam stuff here. So these other shots that you're seeing are at the same location, just different part of the day. I don't think we have any more establishing in the beginning. Excuse me. So I don't think Tristan shot any establishing shots, so we're gonna go from Tristan to cam B. Let's add him. Let's see if he's got establishing. What's this? Oh, that's in the waiting room. So let's see here. Okay, that's not quite an establishing shot, but it could be. It's a medium shot there. Looks like we're testing here. Need something nice and wide. Here we go. This might actually be the same shots here. Okay, so in this one, let's see what we got. Camera moving. Okay, that's actually, it's me. I do audio on whenever we shoot. Am I wearing the same shirt? No, it's I'm wearing a darker shirt now than on that day. So right there, just getting the audio, making sure it's nice and crisp. This our Ninja cam. It's me. So what happens with why we're in each other's shots sometimes is when you're doing multicam and you want to get stuff done fast. First of all, multicam is, you get a lot done fast because instead of just shooting one shot at a time, you've got camera A and B running at the same time. There's two shots, and if you can do a third one, great. But in the case where there's a fourth camera, the fourth camera would be like the one that sees everything, the entire thing from a nice wide angle. In order to do, all right, A and B shoot right now, then C shoots. What happens is everyone gets ready to shoot, and it's going to be a sequence of 3 shots. In the first shot, A and B shoot at the same time. Okay, now they are doing the close-ups, the medium shots, so they're going to be in the way of anyone shooting wider. They do theirs to get out of the way. So camera C stays in place, and they're at an even wider angle. They're doing the one where it's a 2-shot, and you can see actor 1 on side A, actor B on side B. And then they do theirs and they get out of the way. And then the third person has, or the fourth camera, has the widest perspective. And they're the ones that, no matter who you are, you're in their shot. So camera C gets out of the way. And then it's just the person with the widest camera angle. This would be that situation where I'm here, but like a second or two before, camera A was right here shooting this way, camera B was right here shooting this way. Camera C is just out of frame right here. and then this here is a different higher angle. Anyway, let's get back to it. So what we're looking for is the establishing shot that is not plagued with somebody being in the shot. Which one is this? Some right here on the timeline. What are we looking at? On the timeline, this is shot B, day one, camera B, number 6. This is number 4, so that means number 6 was B, this one here. Okay, so right there, you can see that the camera did move just a little bit. Excuse me. Let's see if 7 was better. Okay, this is 7. Microphone in the frame. So where we're gonna use this, we have to go here. But I don't think we can use this because there's no one. So this is the part when she comes back from letting Felix in. We need right before Felix knocks on the door. Let's go to 5. See how 5 is.
It's camera B, okay? Camera A, shot 2, red. Ninja cam.
Ninja cam, shot 2, white, red.
Ninja, give me a clap again. Very good, okay. Action.
I'm so glad we stopped saying action because it's like everyone. It's like with some people, until you say the word action, they don't start acting. They need to start as soon as possible. So now we just say, and whenever you're ready. Let's see here. This here is coming out of the window. Looks like it's harder to see on this. What I was pointing out was this right here. Uh-oh. Well, you can't see it because the box is covering this up, but in the window there's a green thing that we put in to cast green light into the room, and it's clearly hanging by a thread. Let's see. Gonna have to cut this short. Okay, so looking on the timeline at what we already have, these are kind of the shots that were looking like the better ones. And this is over the shoulder once he gets there. Oh, okay, we were looking at the other scenes too. This is at the cafe. Okay, this is towards the end of the film. I think we're gonna go ahead and play that. These look like they're cut together. Okay, no sound on this yet. This is towards the end of the film, and they came back from the failed drug transaction to find these drug dealers in their house. Kind of like the big boss that they were threatened by. Just kind of showed up. He's talking, she's listening. Good villain back here. Good villain. So you can see also the color scheme extends not just to the setting, that's the kitchen, and it's just later part of the day, but to the characters themselves. So it's like the bad guys are wearing black and red. She's in all black, this guy isn't all black, but they've got these red items on there in their costumes, and he's got a knife that's black and red. So they're pretty consistent with the color design. She's still wearing her green. And then she's a bad guy. She's wearing black with the red hat there. And the red spandex, or suspenders. Okay, I think that's as far as we got. Okay, so we have a lot to do, actually, so much work to do. So we need to go through and find all the shots that we need to use. Then the second half of that has to be, because the audio was shot separately, making sure that every shot that we have on the timeline has a corresponding audio clip, and we have to be aware of any shots that, for whatever reason, we missed it, like we didn't get an audio to go with it. And then make our decision for all our clips after that. Then we start to trim and cut together and come up with a rough cut. And then we'll go into color, sound, and any effects that are necessary, and then titles, and then do a nice big fine polish, and then that's the process. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and cut this short. I got to go to work now, actually. I'll get back to work on this when I get home. So this will be, if we're cutting this up and not combining these videos, like I don't know why the pause button isn't working. It'll be, this is a part 2 video, there was a part 1, and then the part 3 I'll do when I get home tonight. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comment below. You can contact Tampa Film Network at Tampa Film Networks with an S at gmail.com. My name's TJ. You can subject line editing team if it pertains to editing. If it pertains to anything else, try to describe it in the subject line or just describe it in the message. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace.